Yo, 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 what's going on, Truth Tree? This is your girl Jazz, and today we are going to talk about some relationship boundaries. And I got your girl, Shanae But a Baby here. Hey, girl, hey. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
You know, that's good. That's good. I'm good. You know, can't complain.
Good.
Okay, so I had a question somebody asked today. The question is, do you post your partner on social media, and why or why not?
Ooh, that is.
So first question, do you post your partner on social media? Why do you, if you do?
I do not post my partner on social media as far as pictures go.
Okay.
And why?
No, just kidding.
I don't know. I've just never been the type of person to do that. It's just never been like a need for me to like publicly post my partner. I guess it's something I've never done, so like I just don't feel the need to ever do it, I guess, unless it was something that like I guess my partner like sat down and talked to me about having an issue with that I don't do it.
Okay.
But as far as pictures, no. But I will say I post about my partner like in text or like things that they've done or like cute little gestures, or even if I'm talking stuff like things like that, or I'll tag them in posts or comment on posts that they've made. So it's not like I'm making it a secret that I'm in a relationship. It's just pictures wise, I've just never been the type of person to do that.
Okay. So for me, do I post my partner on social media? Yes. Why or why not? I post my partner because for me, I feel like I've never had the freedom to do so in a relationship. Because the relationship that I was in, she posted me a lot. Like overly posted me a lot. And it was almost like weird. Like literally everything that we did like ended up on social media. To the point to where I would be like, damn, like can we just not post it on social media? You know? Like yeah. So I guess that's why more so I kind of do it, but I also don't overdo it at the same time. Yeah. Because I don't know. Like I think it's weird.
I think
it's a good balance between the both as to if you do it too much or if you do it too little. Like you said, like it's kind of just about having a conversation and just kind of being like, hey, like, is this cool with you or like, is it not? That's just kind of like me and you. Like, we had a conversation earlier on when we were dating, like, social media. Like, because we didn't have each other on social media for what, 6 months?
Correct. Yeah.
Like, we literally, which I really appreciated because that was something I've never done before either.
Yeah, I just feel like, I feel like there's this stigma that like when you start dating, you have to automatically have the other person's social media. And my thing is, I don't feel like you do, because you really realistically never know what could happen in said relationship, or you
gotta go block somebody.
Then you gotta go block people, or you just gotta like delete them as friends. And my whole thing is like, you didn't have my social media before, so why do you necessarily need it now?
True.
And I just feel like that's just kind of like a level of respect thing, and it goes to a level of trust too. Like, you have to trust that social media is just that, social media. Like,
but sometimes it's not though. Like sometimes you run into people who are very social media active.
That is true, but that also then just goes back to having open communication with your partner. Like, if if you feel like that's where majority of their attention is or whatever, you have to have that conversation. But like for me, I have, my social media platforms, and there's some platforms where I'm talking the most stuff and it's just crazy, and I'm putting out every thought that I have. Not
That's Twitter for you, though.
Yeah, Twitter for me is like where you can catch these hands. But like Facebook is more like, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I have a little tea for y'all, but it's not spicy enough.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it is. And so it's just like, realistically, if I didn't have your social media and you didn't have mine, like before we met, before we started talking, that's one thing. Now, like if I had met you out at a club, you was like, oh, what's your Facebook? Let's, link. And that's different. But like when you meet somebody and you start dating and then you in a relationship and you didn't have my social media before that, so I'm not really trying to give it to you.
I feel like we're just used to doing that. Like when you're dating, because for us, like it's kind of just, we're socializing. So sometimes it's not even more so like, hey, I'm trying to see what you're doing. But I honestly feel like for our generation, like that's how you get to know somebody. It's on their social media platforms.
I mean, I agree to disagree because...
Not on everyone, but I'm saying like initially, like I don't feel like it's weird when you first start dating somebody to have like a few of their social media platforms. Now, all of them, okay, that might be a little much, but that's just how like our generation communicates, is on social media. So it's like, and some people don't, but a lot of people do.
Well, yes, I would agree with that.
Is this on?
But I would agree with that, but I think it's just more so of like, yes, that's how you socialize, if that's what we're gonna call it. But
a lot of people do it to be messy, though.
They do. They do it to be messy and nosy and be like, okay, well, she talking to me, and this person is commenting on every post. They must be talking to them too. And my thing is this: until there is something official, and we both had the conversation that this is what it is. Yeah. Who cares who's on my post and commenting? If you feel so threatened, then you may need to step your game up. Like, okay. If you mad because Felicia's over here commenting on every post and liking my pictures and asking me out for coffee, and you too busy scrolling so you can't ask me out for coffee, then that's your own fault. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So, like, until we have the conversation that it's more than what it is, who cares who's on my social media? Who cares who likes my Instagram posts? Who cares who is, tweeting and retweeting my posts on Twitter? Like, I think that's where sometimes too, like, people get caught up in the game of trying to talk and get to know people too, because you're too worried about what other people are doing. You can't get ahead because you're worried about what the next person's doing. So that's why I say yes and no. But it's all a part of the game, I guess.
I feel like adding each other on social media too kind of takes away you having to ask basic questions.
I agree. Because you put so much out there sometimes on social media, like, that keeps me from having to be like, oh, well, what's your favorite restaurant? Like, if you tweeting about your favorite restaurant.
But also at the same time, you should also take my social media with a grain of salt as well.
Absolutely.
Because it takes away, like, we're all tired of asking, like, what your mama name is, what your daddy and them do for a living, what's your favorite color, your birthday, the restaurant, your favorite food. Like, we're all tired of asking those questions. Been tired of asking those questions, right? But those questions are also important, because if I had approached you and I would have just known all of these things about you and didn't give you the opportunity to tell me when your birthday was, your favorite color, what you like to eat, this, that, and the third, then you would have been looking at me like I'm a creep.
I agree.
Because then you would have been like, well, hold up, like,
but that's
you been snooping?
That's why I think social media gets people in trouble.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what's the point of trying to get to know me then? What you dating me for? You dating my Facebook?
Not dating my Facebook.
So it's just like, okay. What's the point?
Okay, so does it affect you or does it upset you that you do or do not get posted on social media?
I really, and this just sounds bad, but I don't care either way.
Okay.
Because if you post me, great.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, that's fine too. Because I'm more interested in what our real life relationship looks like
versus social
media. Because you can put anything out there on social media. People post pictures and stuff on social media and make it look like their life is peaches and cream, and really their life is in shambles. Or their relationship is in shambles.
Yeah.
You got those relationships out there where you just, people, oh my God, relationship goals, but really,
are they really though?
They having issues. Yeah. So one way or another, I really don't care. I want to know what is our relationship like in real time. Like, I'd rather enjoy the moments while we have them now versus trying to not necessarily make an image per se, but I can do without. You know what I mean? Like, you posting me on social media to me does not indicate how you feel about me or indicate, your level of like or love or wherever you are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
To me, that doesn't dictate that, because when you're really invested in your relationship and you're really trying to build something, you're going to have those real life conversations face to face, and you're going to be invested face to face and in real time, and social media doesn't matter. So it sounds bad, but I really don't care either way. Is it cute when you do it? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't stroke my ego or put me down one way or another.
Okay. That makes sense. I guess I've seen people get upset that their significant other doesn't post them on social media. And I kind of find that funny because, I see it both ways. I see it as to why a person would get offended, because if you haven't had that before and you're finally at a place where you feel like you're happy, like this is the relationship, and some people have never had that opportunity before to get posted on social media. So for me, for example, I've never been in a relationship where I really get posted on social media until I was, and then it was too much.
Right.
Because of how the person was doing it. I didn't really care that I was being posted. It was just the frequency of how much I was being posted. And it was everything. We're going to dinner, we're going to breakfast, we're going to it wasn't a post I post, I blog about food and everything like that, but I don't necessarily tag you in that every time. It's a lot of things that may be about you, or I might even post about you or about something that we're doing, but I don't necessarily go out of my way to make sure you're tagged in it or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I've never been able to do that in a relationship with somebody. But I also don't take it overboard either.
Yeah.
But I also don't get offended that you don't post me a lot.
Yeah.
Because like you said, we're happy on the other side of social media. So it's just kind of if we don't post on social media, so what? Now people have recognized, they're Jazz is posting somebody she's actually in a relationship. People are oh my God, I'm good to see you I'm glad to see you happy. Mm-hmm. I'm glad to see that part of you, you're posting, you're doing this, you're doing that, keep doing what you're doing. But at the same time, it's not overkill either.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that, just kind of going back to the piece of people getting offended because you're not getting posted, it almost makes me question, were you ever getting posted before?
Some people don't. Some people don't get posted at all. But here's also a thing too. That's a conversation for you to have.
It is a conversation for you to have, but more so.
And just because your partner or your person has a social media account
doesn't give you the right or the upper echelons feeling of feeling like you need to be posted on it. Well, that's their social media.
It is.
They don't have to post you a day in their life if they do not want to.
That is
and
true.
It shouldn't alter the relationship one way or another. Like, I shouldn't be so offended that you don't post me on your social media that I want to break up with you, because I'm like, you don't never post me. That's weird. Like, I would never be like, oh, well, you know, I want to be done with you because you don't post me on your social media. Because then it's like, okay, well, are we talking about the like, can we have a conversation as to why you feel that way? Or, like, why you feel like I need to post you more? Or, like, what is the other conversation that we're having? Because clearly it's not just me not sharing you on social media and people know we're together.
So I think you said some very important things.
Okay.
There's a couple things I want to touch on. I think when you mentioned having an attitude or feeling some type of way because your significant other's not posting you,
mm-hmm.
I think there's a couple questions to be asked. I think the first question is, A, at any point in y'all's relationship were you ever getting posted? And if the answer is no, what changed in your relationship to make you think that you qualified to get posted now all of a sudden?
Okay.
Then I think the next question is, what is, like you were saying, the main issue that you personally have with the fact that your partner chooses not to post you on their social media? Is that something that's more so deep rooted in you and you have a personal
like
issue?
An insecurity,
like
or
an
something.
Insecurity thing? Like, is it a trust thing that you don't have, a trust thing with your partner? Because if that's the case, y'all need to go back to the drawing board and talk about that issue.
Right.
Then I think also too, kind of what you said, your social media is your social media, and I think that's also kind of where I go back to, like, I've never felt the need to post because it's my social media. So if I want the world to know I'm in a relationship, great, I'll post. If I don't want the world to know I'm in a relationship, great, I won't post. But the most important thing is that the person that I'm with knows that I'm with them.
Understands that and why you don't post the way that you do.
And why I don't post the way I do. Also, like you said at the very beginning, take my social media with a grain of salt, because there are days that I probably am posting some single type stuff on social media. And my thing is, and I think this is where it gets messy, because I could post, man, I'm trying to be outside.
Yeah.
And people have seen posts of me on your social media, but I'm talking about I'm trying to be outside.
They like, your girl trying to be outside.
And so then they start a mess. But what they don't understand is I'm going outside, but I'm going to go outside with my relationship. Like,
right. It's a way that you're going outside.
It's a way I'm going outside.
We're going outside respectfully, y'all. Okay? Well, some of y'all. I don't know about everybody, but some of y'all need to be going outside. Some of y'all don't need to go outside at all, okay?
Well, that's a different segment.
Well.
But, you know, there's a way I'm going to step outside. I'm going to step outside respectfully. And even more so, even if I don't go outside with you, I'm still going to go outside respectfully, because I respect my relationship enough not to create a level of question or concern or mistrust with the person I'm with. It just goes back to fundamentals and learning how to be a decent human being in a relationship. Yeah. So I can step outside. Matter of fact, I'm stepping outside in July.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just saying.
All right. No.
But no, for real. It's
that's
just
healthy too, though.
You know, it's just you gotta know how to do things. So that's why, like, I'm not finna post 5011 posts about my relationship and talk about I'm stepping outside for people to get back to you and be like, hey, bro, what's going on? Y'all not happy? Because if you create doubt in any part of your relationship, there's always some snake in the grass trying to get back in where they don't fit in. Yeah. And then I'm gonna have to.
But that's just like when we first started dating and we slowly like started adding each other on social media, and you was like, "Hey, you not getting the Twitter ad. Like, you not getting the Twitter."
You just got the Twitter ad.
Yeah.
Almost like 9. What is it? We've been together. Well, let's fix that. We've known each other for a year now.
Yes.
Have not officially been together for a year. That's coming up soon. But I would say you just got added to Twitter probably like November?
Yeah, true.
So it's not even been that long, and even being added to Twitter, I still never tweeted you. I was talking some stuff.
But we had that discussion though before. Like, you were like, I'm gonna probably add you to every social media platform but Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt the same way about my Snapchat because I knew I was on bald-headed hoe shit on my Snapchat, and I didn't want you to be offended. Not because I didn't care about you, or like you said, I was doing single stuff, but not disrespectfully. Like, I'm just sharing what I see. Something might be funny to me, or like, it doesn't even directly have to do with me at all. Like, sometimes I might be sharing it for somebody else. Like, but
Absolutely.
that's also because I know the people that, like, I have on my Snapchat. So it's different on my Snapchat versus, say, like, my Facebook. And, like, Darius put it a good way one time. Because he was like, I'll see something on your Facebook about a funny situation that happened, and I gotta go check your Snap because your Snap is the behind the scenes, unedited, uncut version of what really went down and what really happened. So, but people know that. So,
Shout
like,
out to Darius.
shout out to Darius Shepherd. Whoop, whoop. Make way. So, but we had that discussion beforehand. So then we was like, okay, well, respectfully, like, Twitter is your place and Snapchat is my place. And we gonna meet in the middle at Facebook and Instagram.
And actually, I just added you to Instagram not too long ago.
You're really not on your Instagram,
I'm
though.
not. But
And
that's
honestly,
also because I don't. Here's the thing. If you know anything about me, the most place you will ever see me post is Twitter. I don't post like that to Facebook. I don't post like that to Snapchat.
And to be honest, you really don't post that much on Twitter either, though.
I don't, unless somebody done piss me off, and then I be on a rant. You know, or if
listen, some of the tweets about me was kind of funny when we was dating earlier on, though.
Listen, I know they was, because that's how I was feeling in my spirit, but I wasn't about to tell you that.
I was like, oh, dang, okay, spicy.
Look, some of them tweets on Twitter had me ready to fight you, but, you know, it's just...
It's okay.
Anyway, it's just, I don't know, social media and relationships gets real messy.
It can get messy, though. It doesn't have to, though.
It doesn't have to, but 9 times out of 10, it does, because people fail to do the fundamentals and have the conversations up front.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the best thing you can ever do, is just have the conversations up front. If you, realistically, even if I saw something on your Snapchat, because FYI, I am on her Snapchat now.
And I am on her Twitter, okay?
So even if I saw...
But we still talk how we talk. Like, regardless of her being on my Snapchat, I'm still posting what I'm posting. It was only one particular time that I posted something on my Snap and she wasn't happy about it. But we had a conversation about it. And she was like, hey, no, but for real, don't do that again.
Yeah.
And I was like, haha. No, she was like, no. Like, for real.
Like,
don't do this again.
Moment, don't do it.
Yeah,
no.
true tree moment. She was like, don't do that again. But we had a conversation. I was like, well, I didn't mean it to be, like, disrespectful. I think it was, a memory or something?
Yeah.
When I was on my bald-headed hoe shit, it was a memory that I had reposted. And I was showing a little too much shoulder, you know.
It was more than shoulder.
Anyway, it was some skin that was showing, okay? And she wasn't happy about it, the amount of skin that was showing.
And the areas.
In the Snap video. But we had that conversation about it. And then I was like, okay, cool. Like, well, I know from now we've had this conversation. Now you brought it up. So now I know how to maneuver now going forward.
Ain't had no problem since.
Yeah, because it shouldn't be a problem going forward.
It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just those conversation pieces that you got to have. Like, I don't think that there's ever been a time, and I say I don't think, so, I'm jumping out on a whim here.
Uh-oh.
But I don't think there's ever been a time that I've posted anything on Twitter that was disrespectful or borderline issues. I did talk a lot of stuff when we first started dating, but I don't think it just
I took it with a grain of salt.
Got to a point where she had to be like, okay, look,
You need to take this
you need
down.
to chill. Like, you know.
I have gotten to that point with my ex-girlfriend. I did get to that point where I asked her.
But she's an ex for a reason.
Well, I asked her to take something off of her social media because it offended me. And I don't get offended easily. So it took me a while to even be like, okay, I need you to take this down. But like, I asked her to take it down, and she looked me dead in my eyes and was like, I'm not doing it.
Hence why she's the ex. Moving on. So, but yes, you're correct.
I'm weak.
It's a conversation piece. You just got to talk about it and get to
You
the
do.
understanding. You know, the good old book says, and all these things get an understanding.
All right now, bless it.
That was my little tidbit for the church.
Get an understanding. It's important. Communication, talking about it. And this is not a topic or a discussion that you just are going to have one time. Because social media is going to be around. It's present. We use it. Most people do. So it's not even a thing that you're never not going to address it again. You know, because what might be okay for our social media boundaries today might not be the same in a year.
True.
You know, you could come to me in 6 months and be like, hey, I feel like you don't post me enough. And that is going to be another conversation we're going to have. You know what I mean? Because then I'm going to have to figure out, okay, well, at what point did you feel that way? Or how long have you been feeling that way? Or why now all of a sudden do you feel like it's not enough?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it could just be for a simple reason, or it could be something more extensive, but I don't know unless we had that conversation.
And really, quite honestly, I don't ever see myself getting to a point where I feel like you don't post me enough. Because even now, like, when you be catching me on off guards on Snapchat, I be really having my hand in my face, like,
yeah,
like, move the camera, like, we not, you can't see me.
And like I said, a lot of things on my social media are about you. But I'm just not going, and I shouldn't say going out of my way, I'm just not tagging you in things. Like, sometimes it's just like, oh, well, like, I wrote something the other day, and I was like, boy, this ain't Brie, but I don't need to tag you in that. Like, it's just like,
because my thing,
a general statement.
If I see it, I see it. And then usually, if I see it, I'm going to talk some stuff.
And you gonna comment, yeah.
Because don't try to play me on social media for your little friends.
I'm weak.
No, I'm just playing. But
I'm holler.
yeah, I think each individual couple, each relationship has to have conversations. Do I think it's cute at certain times? Absolutely. Does it make me feel even more love? Sure. But if you don't do it, it's not gonna kill me either. Like, right. I'm content and confident in my own skin and in my own relationship that it's not going to bother me one way or another, or I'm not going to automatically start demanding you post me a year later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that. Like, you weren't doing it before. I'm not going to make you try to do something out of your norm that wasn't already happening. Like, if it isn't happening authentically and naturally, I don't want it. I don't want you to feel like you have to do it to make me happy or to have peace
or
in our home.
Just because you're in a relationship now, it's like post.
Yeah, because I'm not, because if something happens in 2 months, now I got to go back and delete all of it. That's a waste of my time.
Nah, I'm keeping it. People gonna see I live my life in this period.
Well, you live your life in that period. You have had it. I'm not doing it.
I honestly don't have time to go back and delete either, though.
Look, I don't have time to do that either. So because I don't have time to delete, I don't have time to post.
Yeah. You just ain't posting
I'm just
it
not
at all.
gonna do it. Like, now,
Okay.
some very important sentimental pieces of things that we've done, like we've gone on vacation, we posted that. But even you posted more than I did.
Yeah, but that's typical of me.
But that is typical of you. That is
and most
and
of my
natural.
posting was food blog stuff.
And I just so happen to be the cute addition.
chocolate thing in the back.
Absolutely.
On the side.
Yes. That just happened to be what it was.
Yeah.
So that's authentic and natural for you to naturally post stuff like that anyway, because
right.
that's up your alley.
Right.
Me, I was enjoying living in the moment, the vacation, so I wasn't worried about posting.
Yeah.
I wanted to have those experiences right now, because my thing is yes, pictures are great, but you can only live in that moment that one time.
And I think that's why I've also made a better habit to like when we do go out, like I'll take pictures, but I'm not posting right away. Like I'm taking pictures to post later on our downtime. So like you said, we can both enjoy the moment at the time.
Yeah.
So like it's not like, girl, can you put your phone down now? Like I'm like,
I remember there was one time, I want to say it was Valentine's Day. You took pictures. We were out. You took pictures, but like you didn't post the picture till almost like 2 weeks later, recapping our date. And I was like, that was like 2 weeks ago. I had even forgot you took the picture.
yeah.
So, like things like that is not terrible, but that's just never been me. It probably won't be me unless, I can only maybe count 2 times I might get excited and post. Maybe 3.
3? I only get 3.
We might have 3. I would say probably an engagement, a wedding, and a baby. That's about it.
Okay. Milestone birthday? I can't get a milestone birthday post.
Maybe, I don't know.
Come on, you can give me a milestone birthday post.
See. I get to pick.
Now we'll see milestone birthdays. Like, so I'm getting ready to be 30 next year, so that's a milestone post.
I don't know.
Then after that, it go in 5s.
Yeah, well, 35 sound good.
But I gotta have a 30 first.
No, not
then
necessarily. It's my social media, so I pick.
Oh wow. Okay.
But no, I think just I'm a live in the moment type lady. I always have been. Maybe when I was younger, I was obsessed with posting because that was the thing to do.
Yeah.
But now life is too short, and I just want to live for now and reflect later. Like, yes, it's great to have those pictures for later, but you miss more things trying to be on social media right then and there.
Right. And like I said, that's why I've just created more of a habit to like take the pictures, take a couple videos, and then put my phone down.
Yeah.
And be present.
Because that's actually one of my pet peeves, though, is when you are supposed to be involved with your partner and enjoying that time, that is not the time for the phone.
Yeah.
Like, now,
for sure.
In my situation, just in my line of work, like, I let you know, hey, my phone may ring, I might be a little busy for about 10, 20, 30 minutes, but I'm letting you know up front that that's what's going on.
Right.
But when we have our moments, we both definitely try not to be on the phone, because that's the whole point. That's why we scheduled the time to be together.
The date. Or the dinner or the random or whatever.
We schedule that time, so that's the time that you spend not on your phone. Because my thing is if you're going to be on your phone, stop dating me. Pay attention. Like, I'm here. I'm not on the phone. Like, we're past the phone stage. You know what I mean? Like, we're past the point.
Yeah.
And then at that point, too, it becomes a level of, if we're dating and you're supposed to be paying attention to what we got going on in the present, what is so important on your phone that has your attention away from me? And I think that's where social media sometimes also comes in, because then you kind of create
you can't control it.
Them questions about, okay, you're supposed to be out with me, but now you and your phone. Who has your attention, or what has your attention that is taking your attention away from me?
Right.
And that's where you run into those things too, because then I might have an attitude if I find out while on our date you was over here tweeting and Facebooking and everything
Snapchatting.
else, but it ain't got nothing to do with the date
Yeah.
or me. That's probably where I would have an issue.
Yeah, but I think, like, also we've had those moments too where, like, I've probably been on my phone, like, a little too long. And then, like, I don't think you've ever had to say anything. But I also know, like, when I'm on my phone too long and I might be like, and then that's my opportunity to let you know why I have my phone out still. You know?
Yeah.
Like, to communicate that. Because sometimes, like, I could be like, oh, well, I'm just, you know, figuring this out real quick, or I need to finish this email. Like, with you. Like, you're like, hey, sometimes I need to finish this email, or finish this text, or text back, or hold on, I'm in the middle of a group text, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Give me a few minutes, like you just said, you know. But that's not all the time either.
Yeah. True.
So...
Yeah, that was I like this little conversation piece.
Good.
Maybe it'll help some people.
I'm glad. It might. Who knows? Even if it don't, it was a good conversation for us to have. So
It was. Always checking in. Checking in.
that's important.
Checking in is important. Absolutely.
Because guess what? Smiles Marie say it all the time. People wake up with different feelings every day. So you gotta check.
Yeah. Because in the morning, I may not like you.
Most of the time you don't, because I wake you up.
You know, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you need to get up. So
That's a different segment, too. Because y'all know it's two types of people in the morning. It's the type of people that turn on every light, shut every door, and make the most noise. That's Jazz.
I gotta get up and take care of these kids. So I don't care what you back here doing. Get up.
Then you got the people that turn on just the bathroom light and kind of crack the door and try to be quiet while the other person sleep. That's me. Jazz don't care if I'm back here on my neck.
When I say kids, I mean puppies. I gotta get these dogs together in the morning. I don't have time to be quiet.
Yeah, but
I got to get ready in a certain amount of time, and you the only person back here getting rest.
But that also don't mean you gotta turn on the big lights. You can turn on the small ones and still do what you gotta do.
We don't have a small light in here.
Okay, well then that means don't turn this one on and go turn the
Why
hall
not? But
light
you need to
on.
get up. I'm confused.
I'll get up when I get ready.
But see, no, because if I'm getting up to get ready, we need to leave work at the same time.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
My job is closer.
You might as well get up, though. That's the thing.
Nah.
I could see if I was still going to work now, give me my credit. When I was going to work at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I was not making all that noise.
Yes.
I only make the noise now because you do need to get up. Yes or no?
Technically.
Okay, then.
I'll give her credit where credit's due. When she was getting up at 3, 4 o'clock in the
And
morning,
I'm
I
not
barely
around
heard
here
her.
making unnecessary noise.
No, but it be the stuff.
You just know I'm up.
Let me put it this way. It be the stuff that triggers me, because it reminds me back to my childhood.
What be triggering you?
When my mama used to turn on the light and turn the fan off.
That's
I hate
right.
that.
That's me, because I know she gonna get up, y'all, because she like that fan.
I hate it.
Soon as that temperature change, she up. That's how I get her up in the morning.
I hate it.
It ain't really the light. I could leave the light on all day, and she really won't flex about that light. But that fan, though,
Because it just be so disrespectful. It be light switch fan. Like, no switch, no roll over, no
No, I
rub
ain't got
my
time for
back,
that.
no kiss
Get
my
up.
cheek in the
No,
morning.
get up.
She wait till it's time to go to kiss me. But my thing is I
Get
would
up.
wake up more peaceful with honey than I do being spicy.
No, you won't.
Actually, I
Either
will.
way, you not getting up. You still be in the bed by the time I leave. Stop lying to these people. You act like you be getting up.
I've gotten better.
You still be asleep.
I've gotten better.
You've gotten better, but you still be asleep. You be in
Yeah,
here and
but
you don't be trying to get up for nothing.
Try some different tactics.
You
and
will
see.
get up and turn the fan back on. I'm not trying nothing different. Either get up or you don't. You grown.
Well, then quit turning on this light
No,
and turning my
I'm
fan
turning
on.
on the light because my grown ass got to get up and get prepared to do what I need to do. So you need to sleep.
If that's what you want to do.
Then don't turn my fan off. You can turn the light on. Just don't turn the
Okay,
fan
well,
off.
don't complain that I ain't waking you up all tenderly and kissing on you.
You don't do that now.
I do that.
No,
I
you
turn the
don't.
fan off and then I do that.
When's the last
Say I
time
don't.
you did it? When's the last time you did it?
Monday.
Oh, you sound so country.
Yeah, Monday.
You did not do that on
Yes, I
Monday.
did.
You did it when you left.
No.
Yes, you did.
Nah.
It's okay.
Nah.
We'll work on
It
it.
ain't okay.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, you need to work on getting up.
Mm.
Yeah. How about that?
We'll work on it.
Are we?
Truth, truth. We'll work on it.
Are we? Y'all pray for her. All right. You got anything else
No.
you want to express, get off your chest?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
All right. We'll give your send off to the Truth Tree.
All right, everybody. It's Shanae Butter Baby. I'm headed out. Y'all have a good night. Tune in to the
It's
Truth
the
Tree
hands
for the-
up. Y'all,
for the next segment.
y'all
Who
can't
knows?
see. Y'all can't see her, but she got her hands up like this.
Who knows what we'll be talking about?
Who knows? Who knows? I appreciate you stopping by the Truth Tree with me
Always.
and talking to me. I appreciate it.
Dramatic.
I am.
Sign off and tell these folks good night.
All right, y'all. Good night. This is the Truth Tree. Hold the shade on your truth. We'll see you.